Every Muslim wants to perform Hajj. That is always the goal, a dream.
I had long intended to go on the Hajj. I knew that, gosh, it's this fifth pillar. I want to complete my faith. And so saved up money to go. But there were several other things that sort of happened. One of them was that I was thinking about the Hajj of Malcolm X. And that Hajj is very significant because it really helped to establish Islam in America.
I wanted to go when I was physically capable of doing it because it's a very grueling journey physically.
I wanted to really go on that Hajj because I think there was a significant Hajj. It was, first of all, the largest, as far as I remember, contingent of Americans to go on Hajj. And it signaled the transformation from the old teachings of the racial aspects of it to a more inclusive, which brought us into the worldwide body of Muslims all over the world.
I was younger, stronger, had the means to do it, didn't have children at that point. It made sense.
Went with my brother, and for a female, it's often required to have a male companion from the family, so it worked out really well for the two of us.
I went with the Warfdeen community. Well, Warfdeen was, he was the son of Elijah Muhammad, and who was the head of the old nation of Islam.
I went with my son, but a group of us, about 15 people, we went together.
So I was very blessed to go with my younger brother.
I didn't go with any family or anything. I was sort of by myself in that sense, but I went with a Hajj group from SBIA here in San Jose, California. They actually require that. You're not allowed as an American to go by yourself. You're obligated to go with a group of some kind.
I went with my mom, which that was my dream, to go with my mother, and I went with my mom. But also my brother came along, and my very dear friends who are like family came with me as well.
There's preparation, of course, with the ritualistic aspects, but I think moreover than that is really the preparation of being able to get your tenacity level up, to be able to really, not lose patience, not get angry, to be loving, forbearant, and embody all those aspects of what is demanded of us in the Hajj.
The first thing that you have to pack, the first thing that goes into your bag is patience.
Spiritually, I sat down and did think, well, why is it that I'm going? I tried to set some personal goals.
I just tried to pay as many of my bills as I could, because you're not supposed to have any obligations. Because if you pass over there, you don't want to leave anything, any loose ends.
I was concerned in the beginning about the environment, and so I did a lot of sort of purchasing of emergency supplies and things like that, like, in case I got lost in the desert or something like that.
I spoke to a lot of people who have done it, each one giving me an advice or what kind of slippers you need to have, what kind of sunscreen you need to have, what kind of this, what kind of that.
So I wanted to make sure I knew everything, as much as I could, because you can never prepare for the emotions. But so I took a class.
Part of the preparation these days, at least from California, involves a lot of the internet as well. I was able to surprisingly obtain all of my prayer manuals from Amazon.com. Not a plug for Amazon.com, but just it surprised me that I was able to do that.
I still, kind of did some spiritual practice before embarking on that journey, doing some fasting, trying to read more Quran before I left, trying to even make amends with people before I left. You never know if I'm going to even survive this journey. It's quite physical. I don't know if I'll make it back home, so I kind of made peace with people and just sent out a kind of general apology to as many people I could reach out to, so that I could kind of leave, my home in peace as I went to this kind of spiritual home.
لك الملك